Hey, it's Becca here. Welcome to my channel. I am a multi-dimensional healer and intuitive channel, and also the co-founder of the Aligned Destiny Method, which is a potent healing modality that I've created with my soul sister on this journey, Claire. With all the wild energies around at the moment, I've been guided to record a few transmissions just to support the collective through this ascension process and like all the big cosmic transits this year. There's a lot going on energetically, and I was guided to put together some of the messages that I'm getting downloaded to me. So when I feel into the energy, the current energy, it's a lot more grounded. It's quite heavy, it's rooted, it's solid and grounded compared to the energy of last month when all the planets were in Aries. It was sharp, it was wild, it was really fast. And now it's like if I feel into the energy, because I feel energy, it's like I'm pushing against weight, like it's very grounded. The feeling of the energy, which is it's not in a dark, heavy way. It's just in a very grounded, rooted, deep energetic, solid energy, which is great. It's part of the process. My personal word for this year is embodiment. So like this is grounding it in, because last month there was some really crazy, wild energetics. I really felt them. I have sometimes when I was experiencing reality and it was like, this is stranger than fiction. What is even real now? And then the next day I'd wake up and I'd be very human. I'd feel very human. And then a few days later, I'm feeling so like nothing's even real because the energy was that crazy. Everything I feel the pace has slowed, even though this year on a entire level is very fast. Like that fast stream of energy is there. One thing I have noticed is how spontaneous healings, so how quickly little things that just come up, they release, it's over in half an hour. And it's like, wow, that could have a couple of years ago been a 2-week healing release, go through this massive process, and it's just like, it's over, it's done with. I've had a couple of tears, it's released out of my system, and it's like, wow. And that is happening over and over again, like these spontaneous little things happening in reality that's just like shifting stuff out. And I have noticed it this whole year. And that's just the speed. This is the year of the horse. This is the speed. There's a lot of planets, a lot of Aries energy around. So yeah, but now I've felt like I can feel it's like I'm pushing against something that's very rooted and solid at the moment. And that fast stream is still there, but this is like the perfect time to be grounding things in. But the other thing to be aware of there's calls for rest. I know I've personally had calls for rest and to take a break, but there's also the risk of getting stagnant. So definitely honor yourself when you're called to rest. Like that is so important. There's a lot of integration with all these big energies at the moment, so there is definitely calls for integration, and that like a sacred pause I'm hearing, like honor that sacred pause. And this is the most beautiful energy to be having a sacred pause, because that will just like catapult you into the next level. But be aware of stagnation, like don't stay in the pause too long. And the other thing is to be aware of is distraction. I've noticed personally in my life, like stuff like social media, just people, situations, all sorts of things is like distracting. There's a lot of distracting, and that ties in with the stagnation. Another thing with this deeply rooted, almost stubborn energy at the moment is the power of making a decision. And I have found this year, I have really been shown how quantum we are, how powerful it is, the power of a decision. Like, we're quantum beings, we're infinite beings, we get to choose who we are. And with this deep rooted energy, heavy, deep energy at the moment, if you make a decision of what you want in your life, who you are, you get to choose, and deeply plant it deep. And don't let anything else, don't let ego, anything in your reality tell you otherwise. Just, I know who I am. I get to choose this. It is so powerful, and you will find old timelines, ego, situations, anything that's out of alignment will come up. And you've just got to keep deciding, no, I am a infinite quantum being, and I get to choose. I get to choose this life. I get to choose the reality I experience. And there is so much power in that decision. But there will be times when you'll find the opposing things showing up, and that is there to be cleared. That is coming up to be cleared, and just keep deciding, using whatever techniques, modalities. I can go just drop into like a meditation, and I just channel energy through me that clears all that sort of stuff. Or if you want to use EFT, or there's infinite number of things, whatever works for you. Find whatever works for you to clear anything that's out of alignment that comes up. But just like plant your feet so deeply with your decision of the life you desire, because you can have it all. Like, you can have it all. And I have really been shown how powerful that decision is this year, and especially with the way that timelines are shifting. Like, I really felt into it last month, and it was like all the words that keep coming to me, it was just like timelines going everywhere, like the split, the new earth, like the splits happen, and we get to choose what life we want. Like, we get to choose, and there will still be, there's like remnants and threads of old stuff that comes up, and that's okay, because it's coming up to the surface to be cleared. But like, time is becoming, time's an illusion, but it's becoming more fluid. And as the planet ascends, as time sort of speeds up, like we're in the year of the horse, time is very, very fluid. And with that, there's like timelines going all over the place. And I mean, it's absolutely the perfect time to actually choose what you want, and right at the moment, plant it deep and ground it in. But also being okay when like the blocks and triggers and things come up that is like the opposite of what you choose, because it's just showing you what's there, what's to clear, so you can have the thing you desire. And another really important message that's been coming through to me this week is surrender. Of course, surrender, letting go. It fits in perfectly with making a decision, because surrendering is not trying to micromanage the details, like giving up the need to control everything. Like, that is the message I've been getting. Like, take their action steps. Absolutely take inspired action steps, not action steps that are going against the grain, but inspired action steps. And sometimes there is resistance, which is different, that you do have to push past. But taking inspired action steps, but fully surrendering, because that is what allows for the frequency of magic and miracles. Making a decision and surrendering, because it's just the ultimate trust that the universe can deliver things in the way, and doesn't have to be the way you expect them to come through, because like what might come through is bigger and better than you could possibly ever imagine. So surrender is a really big message I have been getting lately. And that does tie in with the beautiful Taurus energy of honoring your rest and nourishing your body and spending time in nature and grounding and all the beautiful things that, are so important on this journey. And finally, I just wanted to share the card I pulled for today, and the card is Devotion. And I absolutely love the energy, the frequency of devotion. It's just beautiful. And I cannot think of a more aligned card, as at the time of recording, we're just heading into the new moon in Taurus. So to me, Taurus energy is all about devotion. And all I'm hearing is devotion. As soon as I pulled the card, all I could hear was devotion to the journey, and also self-devotion, which is just loving yourself and honoring yourself and devoting, like this is your life, and giving yourself that devotion that maybe you give other people and other things. And it's just all about that deep self-love. I'm hearing the word nourishment, like nourishing your soul, and devoting like loving your soul, your journey, your giving everything to your journey, which is just like a super beautiful devote. Give yourself the devotion that you desire from other people, and it will be reflected back. Like, that's just like that love that you have for yourself is reflected back by everyone. So really, this current energy is about honoring your rest when you're called to rest, integrate when you need to integrate, but just being aware not to become stagnant, and move when you're called to move. Making a decision and grounding it in deep. Like, this is the perfect energy for grounding things in deep, and then surrendering it. And then the frequency of deep devotion, just embodying that frequency. It's such a beautiful frequency of devotion and loving yourself and loving your journey. Please comment below if any of these messages resonated, and click subscribe if you feel this is these are aligned for you, because I'm hoping to be recording these on a regular basis, and I will catch you all next time.